This RG World Boxing. Make sure you subscribe at the bottom right of your screen.
You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.
So we got news that Issac Dogboe, WBO 122-pound champion, re-signs an extension. Actually, he signed an extension with Top Rank. So I guess they didn't expect him to beat Jesse Magdaleno. They didn't expect that, but when he did, they figured they want to keep him, you know. So he's extended, you know. Said he's supposed to fight at least 3 times a year. His next fight is supposed to be on the undercard of Lomachenko versus Jose Pedraza, unification title at 135. Unification title between Lomachenko and Pedraza at 135. Issac Dogboe is supposed to be on that undercard. Opponent to be determined, but congratulations, man. Congratulations to Issac Dogboe, man. Guy from Ghana, was fighting in Bukaram Arena, you know, many other places in Ghana, but started in Ghana and he's on the main stage. He made it to America. It's not an easy thing to do, not easy thing to do at all. I mean, he got his shot and he made it, you know, just like a lot of other Ghanaian warriors like Azuma Nelson. They didn't expect him to give a tough fight to Salvador Sanchez in New York, you know, but he you know, he did enough to win the interest of a lot of people. You know, he got stopped in that fight, but didn't matter. They, you know, they try to lowball us Ghanaians, man. They try to you know, bring us in as the, you know, a stepping stool, but that didn't work well with Magdaleno. Dogboe came in and beat the crap out of him, you know, won a WBO title, you know, just like, you know, like I said, Azuma Nelson. Then he went on to defeat Wilfredo Gomez, you know, another big fight. You know, these are career defining fights, okay? That's a point I'm gonna get to shortly, but I just want to congratulate Dogboe on getting, you know, this opportunity to become a bigger fighter. You know, it's not an easy thing to do, to get a contract and, you know, get on the main stage. Another guy I want to mention, Corte out of Ghana, you know, had a career defining fight against De La Hoya. You know, also fought Fernando Vargas, you know, Vernon Forrest. Corte's biggest fight was against De La Hoya. Many thought he won, including myself. Dropped De La Hoya. They thought Corte was some, you know, he was major at that point when he fought De La Hoya, but they thought that was gonna be an easy win. But they was sadly mistaken, man. Is it the history repeats itself, man? You know, unfortunately he didn't get that win, but because he was on enemy territory, he was on foreign territory, he didn't get the win, you know. But you know, he had to knock him out. So Dogboe, you know, he completed the mission, man. He knocked out Jesse Magdaleno, won that WBO title. You know, many guys that came out of Ghana, man, many underrated guys. But let's talk about career defining fights, man. Career defining fights. Now, I just mentioned a couple guys from Ghana who had career defining fights, man. Big stage fights. You know, Dogboe, man. You know, people like to forget history, man. This is the negative side of this story. I mean, I don't call it negative. It's just the reality. People like to forget what Pacquiao went through with Top Rank. What De La Hoya went through. He jumped ship. He broke off, and look what he became. He became. I mean, not today, but the guy had his own major. Golden Boy Promotions was major at a point in history. They had everybody. Look at FLOYD. Broke away from Top Rank. Look what he became, the richest fighter in history, you know. But you know, they all had sad stories to say about Top Rank. I mean, they give respect now, but that wasn't a good breakup, you know. They did not like Top Rank when they broke up. MIKEY Garcia had to sit out 2 years because he had an issue with Top Rank. You know, they wouldn't let him out of his contract. They were trying to do what they wanted with him. Did all that go away? My, have we forgot our history, man? Let's look at look what happened to Rigondeaux. They put him on the shelf. You know, they disrespected Rigondeaux. Top Rank did. Totally disrespected Rigondeaux. You know, he had, you know, they just had no respect for him. They put him in a setup fight against Lomachenko, but that was his Hey, that was his doing. He accepted that fight. Jumped 2 weight divisions. Anyway, that's not even the point. Back to the point though. The biggest point of all, out of all these guys, although not the biggest fighter, but one of the biggest fighters in history, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was being used by Top Rank for many years, man. I mean, Pacquiao, you know, he put on a smile from the Philippines. He put on a smile, but he was, look at his career, man. I mean, had a great career, but you know, now look at him, and he's still having problems with Top Rank. Wants to do his own thing, you know, has been robbed so many years, you know, has been getting the short end of the pie. I mean, I don't know their finances, but Manny Pacquiao has been getting the short end of the pie for a long time. Bob Arum been milking the hell out of Pacquiao. Look at the history, man. I mean, so now today, none of these guys did their research. I mean, I can't say that it's a bad thing. They, you know, increase their earning potential, you know, because they had nothing before. They had like Terrence Crawford, you know, coming out of Nebraska, was founded by probably, you know, he was founded by Top Rank, man. Top Rank gave him his chance, and I guess he's loyal, you know, so he's on the island. Tim Bradley is the perfect example, a guy who stayed on the island. You know, I don't think he's ever really had a career defining fight. Pacquiao, they had all in-house fights. Okay, I mean, they fought some, Bradley fought some Golden Boy guys. I'm gonna keep this short real quick because I'm getting back to Dogboe, man. I just want to go over some history, man. You know, Bradley fought some in-house, but you know, he had some gift decision against Pacquiao. I mean, we know this history, but he's not a great fighter. You know, guys like Terrence Crawford, Dogboe, those are great fighters, man. Dogboe's young, got 1 win, but you can see the potential. You see the greatness in that guy. You know, Bradley, man, he wanted to be on the island. He wanted to stay away from serious competition. He never got a chance to fight Floyd. Many other PBC guys he could have fought. You know, he didn't fight these guys. You know, so I'm saying, Dogboe, man. I mean, you know, you're a grateful guy. I see that. You know, but did you do your research on Top Rank? Really? Did you really do your research on these guys? You know, Bob Arum's getting old. Maybe he's changed some things. I don't know. It's yet to be seen. You know, if Terrence Crawford's not getting these big fights, you know, his shit's been put on hold. There's no way he can get a big fight right now. He's fighting in-house guys. He's calling for the big fights, but these guys say they can make these fights, but they don't understand the TV deals. He has a deal with ESPN. Showtime is his own record for saying they're not gonna put effort and interest into their own fighters, invest into their own fighters to go halfway or whatever with ESPN. So that's what, you know, Dogboe's in a situation where he wants to be undisputed at 122, but he can do that. I think he can do that. It shouldn't be a problem there. They got one. Danny Roman is a PBC guy, but I think I don't know his deal, but I think it's easy to make a fight with Danny. Maybe he is, maybe it's not, but there's guys in his division that he can fight, beat, become undisputed at 122. But look, that's not where the money is. That's not the career defining fight. This is the main point here. Career defining fights at 126. All these big dogs, Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell Jr., Carl Frampton. Now, Carl Frampton with Frank Warren, possible there. But that's if Dogboe even goes to 126. That's 4 pounds. Not that much weight, but you know, I don't know what the walk around weight of these guys at 126. I don't know what the walk around weight. They could be weight bullies, you know. So I don't know if that's, but they all the same height, around 5'5" to 5'7". You know, 5'6". These guys aren't that big. They can make these fights. That's where Dogboe needs to end up. 126 to even have a career defining fight, because these guys at 122, nobody's heard of. Nobody. I mean, people know these guys, the boxing fans, core fans. But come on, man, there's not gonna be big fights there for him. So I just question this re-signing with Top Rank, man. I mean, I hope he doesn't take the route of Tim Bradley and Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a big disappointment for me, man. The guy, look what's gonna happen, man. We're not gonna see any big fights out of him. He's with the wrong promotion camp. You got, it's like, if depending on the weight division, you have to put you have to think about your strategy, what you gonna do. Crawford is in a weight division where all the welterweights are with Showtime. Most of the big welterweights are with Showtime. So the re-signing with Top Rank makes no sense. He's only be fighting in-house fighters. Jose Benavidez. I don't know who else he's gonna fight, but his career is not gonna be. It's not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be on the legacy route. It's just not right now. At least it's gonna be put on hold. Now, with Dogboe re-signing with Top Rank, where does his legacy stand? What is he trying to do? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like it, to be honest with you. But I like that. I'm congratulating him because he seems to be happy. I guess, you know, he has to be happy. I mean, coming from you know, ground one to getting on the main stage at ESPN. I mean, hey, he got the love. I guess he's got the love, man. But it's like he got the ESPN. They supported him, man. They got him on there. But I mean, you gotta have those career defining fights to be a legacy fighter, man. You gotta have it, man. You gotta have at least one or two. Definitely, so a couple rematches in between, you know. And I think for Dogboe, he has to move to 126 to have that, man. He has to move to 126. There's no other option outside of that. I mean, like I said, 122, there's nobody in there worth mentioning, to be honest with you, man. Just not. So I really hope that Dogboe, man, does not take the route of Tim Bradley and even Manny Pacquiao too. It's just, look, Manny, it's like, I mean, I don't understand why guys sign with Top Rank, man. If you watch Manny Pacquiao, the money is not that sweet over there. It can't be that sweet, because if it was, most of the guys wouldn't be fighting with Showtime. They would be fighting with Top Rank, you know. And I mean, look at even Eddie Hearn dishing out more money. I mean, look, I don't know if it was easy, if it's easy to get other deals, but it's just, if you're a WBO champ, man, and that's another thing, the WBO belt. It's kind of interesting how they only got Top Rank fighters winning a WBO belt. It's very odd to me personally. Find that very odd. That belt, that organization is the most corrupt one in boxing. But I'm gonna end this on a positive note, because actually you gotta have both sides of the coin. You can't just be one-sided. That's bias. You can't just be one-sided. You know, Dogboe is one of my favorite fighters of today. He's a Ghanaian. He's working to be a Ghanaian great. A great Ghanaian fighter. He's working his way there. But gotta get all the story. You can't just have one side. Now, the story is he's re-signing with a company, a promotional company that has been proven to give a lot of fighters hard times when they starting to become great. The fighters start realizing they getting screwed and they have to go. You know, it's a history. Shit ain't changed. I mean, what's changed? You know, what has changed? You know, is people, you know, guys are becoming their own boss. They becoming their own boss, man. Mayweather, De La Hoya, and Mikey Garcia has Miguel Cotto. I didn't even mention Miguel Cotto had to break away. You know, then he came back. He was doing fight by fight deals, but even still, he wasn't signed with Top Rank. You know, he became smarter. You know, but that's what. Hey, they say Dogboe signed a co-promotion, but man, do you read the fine print? I mean, look, the fact that Mikey Garcia had to sit out 2 years, got to tell you something. It got to tell you something. He had to sit out 2 years and he had to go to court, you know, to get out of his contract with Top Rank. It ain't sweet, man. It ain't all sweet there, man. I just wonder why people keep re-signing with these dudes, man. I really wonder. It's a dinosaur strategy they got. You know, it's a dinosaur strategy. The promotional thing, yeah, I don't know, man. Guys are becoming their own boss. Who knows? But congratulations to Dogboe. I mean, if he's happy, man, just make it great, man. You gotta, wherever you at, make this shit great, man, because you need those career defining fights, man. Just gotta have them. It's RG World Boxing.